When did you get word?
Miss Emerson came up yesterday as soon as the grand jury handed down the indictment. I tried to call you last night at the club.
I wasn't at the club. So, we have our indictment.
It's not exactly our indictment. It's the state of California versus Dylan Shaw. It's out of our hands totally now, isn't it?
It didn't have to come to this.
Well, you try explaining that to Jessica.
All Dylan had to do was show a modicum of self-restraint, but he couldn't do that. Now he had to pursue her, follow her right into her bedroom. And now he's going on trial for statutory rape. What a waste of a young man's life. Well, maybe his lawyer can talk some sense into him.
I wouldn't count on it. Apparently, he has an attorney that's going to try and get him off.
Some young guy from the public defender's office, probably, right out of college.
I don't think so.
Well, I can't imagine him having anybody else. He can't afford a good attorney.
Well, that's not what Jessica says is the situation. I think something's going on.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. The facts are so clear, I can't imagine a reputable attorney taking on the case.
A smart attorney, a clever one, who wanted to find himself right in the middle of a media circus might take it on.
Look, do me a favor. When Jessica comes home, tell her we want to talk to her, will you?
What's going on with you and Sheila?
Well, a lot has happened since I spoke to you last.
You didn't stay at the club last night.
No, I didn't.
Have you moved back into the house?
Stephanie, Sheila has leverage, considerable leverage, and she's using it.
She's going to bring up the whole vasectomy issue.
Yeah. A big mistake.
No, the mistake was in telling her, Eric.
Regardless, she knows, and she's going to use it against me and against our family if I divorce her. But I have some leverage of my own.
What?
Marriage counseling. I'm insisting on it.
You don't intimidate me, James. You can't touch me.
Not yet. But I'm getting warmer, aren't I? I want to know who you are. I don't want to know what it is that you did. Why you go so far to keep it a secret.
I don't have to listen to this.
I can help you, Sheila.
I don't need your help.
Garvin couldn't help you, could he? Your case was far too complicated for him.
There was no case, James. I just wanted someone to talk to.
Oh, you can talk to me, Sheila.
I don't know what your angle is, mister. Maybe you're gathering information for Stephanie or your next book, but I'm not a lab rat, and I do not want you in my head.
Why are you so threatened by me?
I want you off my back.
Are you tired of looking over your shoulder? I'd have thought you'd be used to it by now, Sheila.
You don't know anything about me.
Tell me one thing. Were you there? Did you go see Garvin yesterday?
You don't give up easily, do you, James?
I was there. I talked to Garvin. He knows everything about you. He was about to tell me too. He would have done too if he hadn't been killed. Now, isn't that a coincidence? You're guilty of something, Sheila. I'm certain of it. And it's only a matter of time until I discover what it is. Yes, Sandra. Send her in. Yes, by all means. Well, I must say this comes as no surprise.
Have you heard from Eric?
Not recently, no.
He'll be calling you.
Yes, I'm sure he will. So, I imagine you've come here to schedule some sessions, yeah?
No, just one, because that's all it's going to take.
Oh, you've no idea the trouble you're in. Eric and you will require a minimum of 10 sessions, possibly twice that amount.
No, one. That's all I agreed to.
I suggest you go elsewhere.
Has to be you.
Well, I am flattered.
Don't be. It's Eric's condition, not mine.
Then you're in a bit of a mess. I never grant one session when I know more are needed. And in your case, a hell of a lot more are needed.
Did you catch her in time? Yes, sir. She was in the room, but they did not see her. Take her to her room. You expect me to free you, so you can go in there and ruin their lives. Your life, my life. Take her to her room.
What's that?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. I'll be right back. Take her out of here. Take it. What's going on here?
Oh, Mr. Forrester. What are you doing here?
I heard the ruckus.
Oh, it's nothing. Please, go back to your room.
What do you mean it's nothing?
Oh, just a servant.
What did she do?
She was, lurking about suspiciously. We've been having problems with her.
Why were they carrying her, though?
Sometimes she gets violent. Mr. Forrester, please don't concern yourself with this. We have everything under control. Enjoy your evening.
Come on! Take her out of here! Move! Come on!
What's going on out there?
Apparently one of the servants went a little berserk.
My God. What's that?
Piece of her dress.
They ripped her clothes?
Yeah, well, I guess she was putting up quite a struggle.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Very weird.
This is mad. You're gonna use this to blow my world apart.
No, I won't.
I'll sue you, James, so help me. You use anything from this therapy session.
I have never used therapy that way, and I don't intend to.
Good, because I'm warning you.
You listen to me. Just you get prepared to come into this room and work on yourself and work on your marriage. Otherwise, there will be no sessions. And you know what that means.
Eric will divorce me.
Precisely. So why don't you just drop the attitude, get prepared for change? That's what we're talking about here, change. And if something unpleasant comes to light, so be it. That's just part of the process.
What do you mean by unpleasant? What are you talking about?
Whatever it is that you're hiding.
That's what this is all about, isn't it? You just want to see how much dirt you can dig up on me.
And there's a lot of it, isn't there?
You just listen to me, Doctor. We're coming to you to patch up our marriage. That's what we're paying you for. And I expect you to focus on nothing but that marriage, not my past, and not these ridiculous little obsessions that you have with me. Nothing. Nothing but that, James.
so terrifying for you? The thought of opening up to anyone. But that's exactly what you're gonna do. We're gonna find out all there is to know about you. Everything.
Put on the bed.
Don't get your hands off me! Get your hands off me! Stop it! Don't touch me!
Let her go.
Don't touch me! You bastard! You bastard! I hate you! I hate you! I want to see my husband! I want to see Rich! Let go of me! I told you to let go of me! Just let me get at him!
What was that supposed to accomplish?
You are sick. If you were in America, you'd be in a mental
I
hospital.
asked you a question. Answer me.
What was I trying to accomplish?
Yes.
I was trying to get my husband back. That is what I was trying to accomplish.
And just presenting yourself to him was going to do it? This man who has a new wife whom he loves, children he adores, is just going to drop all that and take up with you again?
He loved me. He still does.
And do you love him?
Of course I do.
Then act like it.
What are you talking about?
Blowing up a man's world is not what I would call loving him. Because that's what you would have done to him if I had let you. Don't you see? This man who is happy, who has finally got his world together, is going to be confronted with the most cruel dilemma. A choice between his new wife and one who has come back from the dead. What do you think that will do to him? What do you think that will do to his relationship with his children? You don't think about that, do you? You don't think about that because you don't really love him. Love is the willingness to sacrifice. It is doing what is best for the other. And what is best for Ridge is not you. It's Brooke and the children. That is what is best for Ridge. And if you were honest and objective, you would see that.
Ridge, come back to bed. So, did you see her?
No.
I wonder if it was one of the servants.
Maybe.
Why do you say that?
Something about the scent of this cloth. Does this seem familiar to you?
No.
Yeah, it does. Here, try again. Well, maybe not.
Oh. So you're getting familiar with the smell of the servant girls, huh?
Well, gosh, Mrs. Forrester, I guess.
Let me see. Doesn't smell like any scent that I've ever worn. Now, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted, huh? What? Not in the mood anymore? Guess what? I give you 5 minutes. I'm sure things will change by then.
Something weird about this place.
Yeah, it is different, huh?
Maybe it's time we move on.
Eric, why would you go to a marriage counselor? Unless you want a reconciliation.
That's not why I'm going.
Well, why are you going? Is there a part of you that wants to try and keep the marriage together?
Stephanie, there's nothing that's going to save this marriage. Nothing and no one.
Well, why did you move back to the house then?
It was Sheila's request. No, actually, she demanded it.
demanded it.
She wants another month for this marriage, or she will fight me in the divorce.
Oh,
It'll be
she's
very
never going
ugly.
to give this over easily, Eric.
She will in another month.
What makes you think she's going to be any less impossible a month from now than she is today?
That's why I'm going to therapy. Now, look, if I can go into that courtroom armed with the fact that going to marriage counseling was my idea, there's very little Sheila can do to hurt me, publicly or privately.
A sophisticated and intelligent therapist is going to see right through that.
Stephanie, you don't go to a marriage counselor just to hold together a marriage at any cost. You go there for the truth, to open up communication, so the communication is more accurate, more reasonable. Look, it is my hope that this therapist is going to show Sheila that staying married to me is absolute folly.
You're going to need one hell of a therapist for that.
Well, I have one. I believe he's the best.
Are you going to Warwick?
If anybody can show Sheila the writing on the wall, it's Warwick.
Oh, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for one of those sessions.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Now, where's your sense of humor?
You know, something occurs to me. I think I'll be seeing a lot more of you in the next few days, the next few months, if it's all right with you.
I'll think about it.
Come here.
You expect me to believe that Ridge would be better off with Brooke than he would be with me?
Stability is what Ridge needs. With Brooke, he has it. He can't possibly have it with you.
Why not?
Because you are a complication, Taylor. Yes, he loved you, and maybe he still does, but there is no question. Your sudden reappearance in his life would not enhance his life one bit. It would just confuse everything.
That is not my fault.
We are not talking about whose fault it is. We are talking about reality. And that, unfortunately, is the hardest, most bitter reality you will ever have to face. But you must face it, or else everyone will suffer. Brooke, the kids, Ridge most surely, and even you.
I will suffer worse if I don't tell him I'm alive.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
Would you be happy with a man who could only give you half his heart? Because that most certainly will be your plight. Married to a man who cannot and will not forget the mother of his child. You saw them together. You watched them when they were alone. Can there be any doubt that he loves her? That Brooke has brought into his life everything that he once shared with you? And they even have children. I share your pain. I do. But your cup is not empty. You are much better off now than if Ridge knew you were alive and you had to share him. Taylor, my most precious one, you don't have to share me. There was a time not too long ago when we touched. When you looked at me with the same fire and passion that now burns only for Ridge. It could burn again for me. If you let it, Taylor.